Hi guys, it's Miss Sydney here with another Wandering Wednesday. Today I'm talking about vaccines and the doctors who invented vaccines. So from birth on, there are vaccines that are highly recommended that you get. Most schools and daycares and stuff like that require that you do get your vaccines. Not everywhere does, but majority of places do, all around the states and everywhere in the United States. Vaccines help your immune system develop and help you prevent infections such as hepatitis B, rotavirus, chickenpox, stuff that you get vaccinated for. There are only a handful of reasons why they would excuse you from getting vaccinated. One is if you're immunocompromised, which means your body cannot handle getting a shot that helps you get immune to a disease. You're immunocompromised. You naturally can't fight off that disease. So getting a shot for that disease makes it way worse. Another reason would be if you're allergic to an ingredient in a shot. There are multiple ingredients that can go into a shot. It is not just sticking a virus in you. It is a lot of things to help your body learn and to dull it down enough to where your body recognizes the disease and you can fight it off on your own. Now, there's also religious reasons. There are certain religions that don't believe in doctors, and that's completely fine. But it will decrease the chance that the child will get to participate in certain things. But that's parents' choice for their kid. Now those reasons are reasons a state will accept, and you'll still be able to go to public school and stuff. But there are some reasons that the state won't accept as much, like if someone says, well, it's my personal belief, that's different from your religious belief. If you say you have safety concerns for your child, well then they will do tests on your child to figure out what safety concerns and what you're worried about. And if it's just they don't feel like they have enough information on it, a pediatrician will 100% give your parent more information on it if they ask. Now, pharmacists cannot make a parent vaccinate their child, but they will always strongly recommend it. At the end of the day, it is your parent's choice. It is your choice once you turn 18, and that's just how that ball rolls. Now, at the start of school, like in kindergarten, you are going to need to get your chickenpox, your DTaP, which is diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis, which is also whooping cough. Your flu shot, your MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella, and your polio. You should get your flu shot every year. Not everyone does, which is fine. I was not a person who got their flu shot every year, and this year I started getting my flu shot. So I'm of the age to make that decision for myself, so I have made that decision for myself. I'm getting the flu shot now, and it did not affect me any then. It itched for a while, and that's it. So throughout your whole school career, you're gonna have to go back and get shots every so many years. You'll most likely always get your hepatitis B shot. That shot I saw when I was doing my research is given just about every single time you go to get a shot, which is kind of neat. Actually, I'm going to get into hepatitis B really quick because it's very interesting and intricate. There's a hepatitis A, a hepatitis B, and a hepatitis C. Hepatitis A and B have vaccines. Hepatitis C does not. Hepatitis A is a short-term thing that lasts very short, and it does not stay long-term, and we've got a vaccine for it, and you can get vaccinated for hepatitis A. However, they force force. They recommend the hepatitis B vaccination so much because hepatitis B and C are very much more deadly. They can be short-term and acute infections, very short, but they can turn into long-term infections. They can cause your liver issues and a chronic illness, and B and C are not fun to get. B is the only one we have a vaccine for. We do not have a vaccine for C, so that's why they highly recommend you get your vaccination for hepatitis B. That vaccination for hepatitis B was made by Pablo D.T. Valenzuela, I hope I pronounced that correct, and he invented the B vaccine. I couldn't find who invented the A vaccine, so I'm going to book it underneath him because I feel like if you can make the B vaccine, he probably made the A vaccine as well, but I could not find that information. A car just drove by. I hope that wasn't loud. Now, we talked about Jonas Salk last week. He invented the vaccine for the flu, which is kind of cool because he also invented the vaccine for polio. He even did that vaccine with his friend Albert Sabin. One made the vaccine with a dead virus, one made it with a live virus. They trial and errored it, put it together, and it worked, and they made a successful polio virus, and now polio is very, very rarely found. So they have saved so many lives by creating a polio vaccine. Who else do I have on here? Alexander Glennie invented the tetanus, diphtheria, and eventually pertussis, or the whooping cough, which is what we call DTaP. We put it all into one shot, so you don't have to get 3 separate shots, which is cool. I can't pronounce this name, so I'm going to put it here. That person invented the vaccine for chickenpox after he watched his child go through having chickenpox and took the DNA samples from his kid to create the chickenpox, which is really cool that kid got to help with that. Maurice Hillman created the MMR vaccine, which is measles, mumps, and rubella. He invented a vaccine for each of those, like each individual one, and then eventually he stuck them all together so we didn't have to get 3 different shots, so I'm glad for that. Paul Offit, H. Fred Clark, and Stanley A. Plotkin? Yeah, Stanley A. Plotkin together invented the rotavirus vaccine, which is called rotatic, I think is how you pronounce it. So the rotavirus vaccine was created in 1998. It got taken off due to certain concerns in 1999, and then it got put back in place with CDC for vaccines in 2006. So that one's still a relatively new one, which is crazy because rotavirus affects infants really badly, and its side effects are crazy, and I wouldn't wish it upon any infant ever. I talked about Pablo D.T. Valenzuela already. Now there's Robert Austrian, who invented the vaccine for pneumonia. If pneumonia is a really bad cough, it is a very bad lung thing, I'm pretty sure. I've never had it, so I don't know. But he invented the vaccine for pneumonia and pneumococcal pneumonia. I don't know what the difference is there, but he invented the vaccines for that. And Sanofi Pasteur, a Frenchman, invented the vaccine for meningococcal conjugate or meningitis, which is another coughing disease, your lung thing. And they both are pretty cool people for doing that, because not being able to breathe sucks. And I know a lot of people do not like getting shots. There are some coping mechanisms, I guess I'll call it, to help you get through getting a shot. You can bring a stuffed animal with you to hug and whisper to and to comfort you while you're getting the shot. Sometimes talking to your mom or your dad or the doctor while you're getting the shot helps a lot because it distracts your brain from what's about to happen in your arm or your leg. Sometimes they give them in your legs, I think. I don't know. I can't remember. You can ask for a hug from whoever's bringing you to the doctor while you're getting the shot to help you forget that it's happening and so you feel safe in their arms. You can listen to music or talk to somebody, like I said, to help distract you. If you listen to music, it sends a lot of good things into your ears that you like to hear, and you can pretend that's not happening. Now, I'm not going to tell you a shot doesn't hurt, because it hurts, but only for like a second. They don't last long. It is very quick. A lot of the times the doctor might give you a sucker afterwards, but it's a very minimal pain for only like a second or two. And then you're done, and then it's over. So there's no reason to be scared if it only lasts 2 seconds. It's not gonna hurt for that long, I promise you. I've gone through all of my shots that I needed to get in high school and elementary school and all of the grade levels, and as a little child before I was that, and I've gotten some after high school, and they all feel the same no matter how old you get. So maybe some of these coping mechanisms will help, some of them might not. It's all up to you. Maybe you're not scared of shots at all, which is awesome. I'm not scared of shots either. Dog is running after a rabbit. On another note, here is an update on our bread. I'll put the picture in here. It's doing pretty good. There's no mold growing yet, but mold should start growing here within the next week. What else? Oh, there was a little caterpillar. I'm gonna put a picture in here because I took a picture earlier. I don't know where he went now. There was a caterpillar earlier when I came up here to film. When I came out here to film, there was a little caterpillar and it was adorable, and it was blue and had yellow like circles on its back, and it had some red lines on it too, and so I googled what it was, and apparently it is a tent moth or something like that, and it looks really cool. It's gonna turn into an orange moth, so if I see an orange moth around, I'll make sure to take a picture and I'll put it up whenever I see it, because that's really cool that I found a really colorful caterpillar. And also, I have an experiment we're gonna do. So I'm gonna get my brother to help me with this in a little bit. Pretty much all you need is a plate, water, pepper, and soap. And I'm sure most of y'all have seen this experiment before, but I've never done it, so I wanna try it. So I'm gonna go try that real quick with my brother. Alright, so we've got our plate with water in it, and I'm gonna put some pepper. There's probably an easier way to do this. Alright, so pepper acts as the germs. Okay. So Bray, I want you to stick your finger in the middle of the plate. Okay. Hold your finger out. And look, you've got germs all over your finger. Okay? Wipe that finger off real quick with this. And now, I'll put a little bit of dish soap right here so we're not going to make too much of a mess. And I want you to put your finger in the dish soap. Got it? Okay. Now put your finger back in here. Okay. Woo! See how it went away from you? Yeah. It only works once. That's why you gotta wash your hands every single time. So that's how that works. I decided to walk and show you my garden a little bit. So that was the science experiment. I hope y'all try it at home. If you do, please, parents, post it and show it to us. I would love to see the kids doing this. I miss the kids a lot. I love doing this every week. I feel like I get to really still interact with the kids during all of this craziness in the world. And I love doing it. I love your kids and I miss them very much. So until next week, goodbye.